Okay, I said we would do a couple more problems. I would do a couple more for you to work as homework. And so I'm going to finish out the examples, and then I'm going to do one problem from the back. The first example was example 2. We did example 1 in class, but example 2, we want to plot the points GRAM. M we don't know, and that's going to be the side we're trying to find. So let me get my coordinate grid lined up so you can look at it. So we're going to plot the point 3, 3. That's G. We're going to plot the point -3, 6. We're going to plot the point -6, -1. So now we're looking for, we've got G, R, A, and we're looking for M. We can tell, it told us it's a parallelogram, so this side and this side have to be parallel. This side is 7 in length, so this one must also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in length also. And we know vertical lines will be parallel. So our point M is right here, and it's the point 3, -4. So I'm going to put in 3, -4. Okay, here I have a quadrilateral that I'm told is a square. And it's A, B, C, D. It says AB, the equation for the line is y equal 3x minus 4. So the slope of that we know is 3, right? The slope in y equal mx plus b always is right in front of the x. So the slope of AD has to be perpendicular to that because it's a square. So we know the slope of that will be -1/3. All right, let's look at the last one. In the examples, we've got a quadrilateral. I'm just drawing anything. A, B, C, D, where the slope is -5, -5, and 3 and 3. So we know right off the bat that the sides, opposite sides, are parallel. So we know we have a parallelogram. Now the next question, do we know anything about the angles possibly being right triangles that would tell us that this is a rectangle or a square? No, we don't. So it can't be a rectangle, can't be a square. So now the next question is, could it be a rhombus? Okay, so let's look at the rhombus. All sides would have to be equal in length. But when I look at the rhombus, the information tells us AB is equal to 6 and BC is equal to 10. So none of those work. It is not a rhombus. Okay, so it must be a parallelogram. Okay, let's flip over, and I'm going to do problem 4, which is, you guys probably will be most intimidated to do because it's an isosceles trapezoid. First, let's think about what we know about an isosceles trapezoid. If we were to draw an isosceles trapezoid here, we know that opposite sides are parallel, and we know that these sides are congruent. Okay, so let's start by plotting our points. We've got the point 2, 2, which is Q. We got the point 10, 2, which is R. So here we go across the top of our parallelogram. Then we got S, which is 7 and 7. Okay? So we've got Q, R, and S. So we can draw that point on. Now, in order for this side, one, we know the other side has to be parallel, so it must be up here. The question is, how long is that side, or where does this other point in order for this side here to be equal to whatever side we have over there, QT. So when I look at it, I'm going to look at this like a right triangle, right? I know I've got 1, 2, 3 on one leg, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other leg. So basically I have to form that same right triangle to have a equivalent length on QT as I have on SR. So I'm going to form it by saying, okay, this side is 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go up here, all right? And I know that's the same because that's the same height. And so I can draw my quadrilateral or my isosceles trapezoid here. So this is the point right here where T would have to be. And it would be the point 5, comma 7. So 5, 7 makes QRST into a trapezoid. Okay, you should be able to comfortably do the rest for your assignment and bring it in tomorrow to be collected. Thanks. Have a good evening.